Did you know we have completely ad-free early access to all of our episodes? Well, we do. Not only that, but we have dozens of bonus episodes waiting for you. Head on over to patreon.com/ghosttownpod, and you can check it out for 7 days absolutely free. That's patreon.com/ghosttownpod. Wendy's Secret Recipe. I'm Jason Horton.
I'm Rebecca Lieb.
And this is Ghost Town.
Well, as I was eating my chili, and I usually crack all my crackers and just put them in there, mix it all around, and started eating the way usually people eat. And suddenly I chew something that's kind of hard, crunchy, spit it out. At first I wasn't sure what it was.
On March 22, 2005, a 39-year-old woman named Ana Ayala was dining at a San Jose Wendy's restaurant when she claimed she bit into a partially cooked segment of a human finger in a cup of chili she had ordered. Of course, the accusation was met with disgust and outrage at the fast food chain and put executives in a state of emergency. For Ohio-based executives at Wendy's International Incorporated, all hands were on deck. Private investigators were hired, a tip hotline was created, and the burger chain offered a $150,000 reward for information leading to the finger's original owner. Quote, "We are more anxious than you are to find out what really happened," Wendy's spokesman Denny Lynch said. The fast food chain subsequently suffered around $21 million in lost business for what would become a high-profile lawsuit and a lot of late-night punchlines. And so the investigation began. Immediately, the Santa Clara County Medical Examiner's Office and the San Jose Police Department took the fingertip to the coroner's office, where they already found details incongruent with Ayala's statement. They found that the finger, quote, was not consistent with an object that had been cooked in a chili at 170 degrees for 3 hours. It was determined that the finger did not come from a Wendy's employee or from any employee at the facilities that provided ingredients for the chili. DNA tests were also done on the finger, but nothing came up. So where did this finger come from? Everyone wanted to know, and tips were flying in from, quote, folks who either have lost a finger or know someone who lost a finger, according to a statement by San Jose Police Sergeant Nick Muyo. The weirdest tip came from the owner of a Texas animal refuge, who called Wendy's hotline to say she remembered seeing a leopard being kept as a pet bite off the fingertip of a Nevada woman. The victim, whose name was Sandy Allman, lost the part of a middle finger in February when she was bitten by a spotted leopard, one of several exotic pets she kept around her trailer 60 miles outside of Las Vegas. Ayala, again the founder of the finger, lawyered up and of course filed a claim against Wendy's franchise owner, but given the inconsistent information from the coroner's office, the investigation eventually turned on Ayala herself. Soon the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department conducted a search of Ayala's home in Las Vegas, Nevada. Rumors spread that Ayala had a dead aunt who might be related to the case, although Ayala denied that anyone had recently died. Ayala herself was outraged at the thought that she had anything to do with the fingertip, claiming that the police treated her and her family, quote, like terrorists. Soon after, she dropped the lawsuit threat, saying the whole situation was just too stressful. But it was later discovered that this wasn't Ayala's first rodeo. She had filed numerous lawsuits against various retail establishments, trying to get some cash. Quote, "Lies, lies, lies, that's all I'm hearing," Ayala said after police started questioning her. "They should look at Wendy's. What are they hiding? Why are we being victimized again and again?" On April 21st, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department arrested Ana Ayala, charging her with felony attempted grand larceny and grand theft. The felony was from fraudulently selling a San Jose mobile home in 2003 that actually belonged to her boyfriend, and the grand larceny was, of course, the famed Wendy's chili finger case. After her charge, she was given a penalty of $2.5 million to be awarded to Wendy's as a result of their plummeting sales. At a press conference held in San Jose on April 22, 2005, Wendy's was ready for some heavy recon. Local Wendy's franchise holder Joseph Desmond urged people to, quote, "Please come back to Wendy's because we do serve wonderful hamburgers, shakes, and everything else." Wendy's also offered free Frosty shakes all that weekend as a sign of goodwill. I know what you're thinking. What about the finger? Well, an anonymous caller to the Wendy's tip hotline shared some info that broke the mystery wide open. On May 13th, 2005, police announced that they had identified the finger as belonging to Brian Paul Rossiter, an associate of Ayala's husband. In December 2004, Rossiter lost his finger in a freak industrial accident and sold the finger to Ayala's husband to settle a debt. The anonymous caller was Rossiter himself, setting the record straight. On September 9, 2005, Ayala and her husband, Jamie Plasencia, pleaded guilty to conspiring to file a false claim and attempted grand theft. Ayala was sentenced to 9 years in prison and Plasencia was sentenced to 12 years in prison. But in 2013, Ayala was back in the news when she was again sent to prison, this time for 4 years, for telling the police that her son had been shot in the ankle by 2 random men. In reality, her son, Guadalupe Reyes, accidentally shot himself and Ayala lied to police to protect him. Reyes also received 2 years in prison. I'm honestly impressed by this woman and her ability to keep trying to get money from big corporations. I respect it. Of course, as always, there is a downside to this, aside from prison. For her finger hoax, Ayala joined the ranks of very few who are banned for life from all Wendy's locations. And that is, in my humble opinion, a huge shame.